can have this conversation.
This meeting is being recorded.
So let's unmute ourselves and talk before the official program kicks off here in a minute. So how was the holiday? I'm trying to make sure I see faces, change my view so everyone can be on the screen. There we go. I see Mather on the screen and on the video. I see Henry. I see Bruno. Forgive me ahead of time if I get the name wrong. That is not the intention, but you're all welcome here. Anybody want to talk about the holidays? Was it fun? Thank you all
Hello,
for
everybody.
coming. Hello.
My name is
Hello.
Hello, Mather. I see you. Nice to have you here. I hope that today is
Thank
an inspiration for you to kick off your dreams.
Thank you.
You're so welcome. I see a lot of people here, guys. We are so proud that despite how busy the weekend is, you're able to join us here today for this special day. So we want to say a big thank you. We are so happy and privileged to have people like you showing up here. It means a lot. So we want to say thank you. As you all might have noticed or know, this is the Members Technologies Group Orientation for 2023. And Monday is going to be the kickoff for this class. But before that, this is a space, like an orientation spot where you get to hear from the CEO himself. He's going to be breaking down some of the expectations, some answering some of your questions, telling you what IT is all about, and help you. By the time you leave here today, the hope is that you get to make a choice to change your life, a choice to join the team of IT people making six figures, all over the world, not only in the United States, all over the world. It's going to be an amazing time. And for the meantime, if you have any questions at all, let me know. I'm going to be the coordinator for this beautiful event. My name is Marlon Dominic, and I've been a database administrator and cloud engineer for almost 5 years, or say roughly 4. So, and Member, it's my friend, my colleague, and tell me, you guys are not going to regret this choice. If I'm here, it's a testimony. So if you have any question, feel free, any doubt, I am here for all that before I will make a presentation of the CEO himself. So the floor is open, people. Don't mute yourself, okay? Ask the question. I see Hilda just popped in looking all beautiful. Well, welcome. Please,
Thank you,
people, if
Malan.
you can put your video on, turn on your video, is more lively. When we see people, you can use the chat forum. We want to know where you're joining from. Okay, put it in the chart that I'm joining from Colorado. If you're joining from Africa, just throw it in the chat. Okay, I want to see Martha joining from Kentucky, maybe. So I want to see it in the chat, okay? If you don't want to talk for some reason, let's get to know each other a little bit. We can start by saying where we're joining from. That would be great and amazing.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I
Yeah.
can.
I am Dotsie. I'm Dotsie Oyaribu. I'm actually in Atlanta, Georgia. I am looking forward to this program. I do want to learn what the program is about. I'm excited. And also, as far as my holidays, I had a wonderful Christmas holiday.
Awesome. That is amazing. That is the spirit we're talking about, people. She is ready. So
Yes.
tell me, how is the weather over there? Is it cold?
No, it's nice. We are in the 60s.
Okay, I'm gonna be reading people's comment. Okay, I have Kelly all the way from Texas. Ooh, thanks for joining. I have Finland is joining all the way from Cameroon. This is what we're talking about, people. The networking. Okay, we have everybody from everywhere. Oh, I have. Okay, so I'm sorry about that name spelling again. Okay, I'm trying so hard not to mess it up. I have Uchena. Yes, joining from Texas. Did I get that correct, Uchena? I am so sorry. I have Shay joining from Douala, Cameroon. I have so many people from Cameroon. Okay, that's a plus. I have oh gosh, this one is hard. Admin Chekume joining from Cameroon. And I am so sorry if I'm not getting the name. I have 10 Young joining all the way from Texas. Oh, that is so fun. Okay, the people from Cameroon. I'm gonna pick one person from Cameroon. Tell us how things are there. Let's do Finland. How is Cameroon tonight?
Yeah, Cameroon is nice. Everything is cool. It's actually a privilege to join you guys to know what this program is all about. Everything in Cameroon is going on well for now. It was a fantastic holidays here in Cameroon. So, and I'm very excited to join you guys to know what this program is all about. Thank you.
Oh, that is fantastic. We are so happy you're joining. Cheers to all our Cameroon people. Thanks for the support. My American people, Texas, Chicago. I mean, they're just, oh, I have someone from, oh, okay. That's my husband, Theron from Kansas. Thanks for joining. That is amazing. So, we are so happy that we are here. I have Connecticut in the house. Make some noise, Connecticut. I have a lot of Maryland from the house. We have San Antonio. Okay, everyone. I see Hilda from San Antonio, member from San Antonio. And then I see Jackie in the house from Texas. Okay, so this is amazing. We have people from everywhere, okay? And this is what we're talking about. Did I miss a state that I haven't called yet? We have Chicago, Connecticut, Finland, Maryland. Let's keep going up. So it's amazing, people. Thank you so much for joining. We are so happy. And we hope that today is going to be an inspiration. You're going to hear a lot of testimony, real life testimony from our senior IT tech engineers that are here. They're going to tell you their stories so that you all know that if they can do it, you too can do it. Okay, that's the goal. It's you will hear stories that are going to turn you on. People with zero knowledge IT background. I mean, totally. And I am an example of that, just in case you're wondering. Zero. And here we are today talking IT. So that's the encouragement I want you all to pull from that you all just keep an open mind. Okay, and we are all going to make it here together. Okay, we're here, and let's just, any questions before I usher, the one and only, person. I want to usher him, but I want to know if there's any question from anyone. I see someone from Nebraska. Awesome. So is there any questions before I call in the CEO? Wait, can you guys hear me okay?
Yes, we can.
Yeah,
Oh,
I have
okay.
a question.
Yes, we can hear.
Okay, all right. Someone asked me to check my audio. So I was like, okay, have I been talking to myself? All right. So someone had a question. We're ready. Oh,
I have
from
a
Mother.
question, but I told Hilda my English is not too fluid. Yeah.
It's okay. It's okay, sweetheart. Every part of the word, so long as it's English, pidgin language, everything, we can get it. I'm sure everyone here knows some native English language, so you're good.
Okay,
Throw it out
thank
there,
you.
yes.
Okay. But it's good to ask the question in French because yeah, it's good for me. The problem is what papa, j'ai déjà entendu plus de 3 fois quand quelqu'un dit à côté de moi, à une autre personne, je suis en train de faire les classes de IT. L'autre personne pose que tu fais dans quoi?
Okay.
Tu fais quelle classe? Parce qu'apparemment, quand tu fais IT, il y a beaucoup de branches. Donc, IT n'est pas... IT est un logo. Maintenant, dans IT, je ne confirme pas que c'est ça. Donc, je veux savoir de quoi il s'agit, parce que de quoi il s'agit, de quoi il est question et dans quelle branche nous sommes en train de faire en ce moment.
Okay, thank you so much for those of us that are strictly English and you didn't hear what Martha say. I'm going to break it down because I'm Cameroon bilingual chess to that. Martha says that a lot of times she knows people sitting beside her, people around her always saying that they do IT, but she knows that IT is very broad, but they always never explain to her which part of IT that they are doing, which is the reason for this orientation. Martha, you are right. IT is very broad. People can do networking. The data side of it is very broad. The purpose for this orientation, though, is why you're here. The CEO is going to come here, break down all the various part of IT, and you're going to know the one that this school in particular is offering, and then other branch of IT that is not being offered yet, but is also going to be mentioned. So I guarantee you, before you leave here today, that answer will be, you have your answers to that question, okay? Does that sound right, Martha?
Yeah, thank you so much.
You are welcome. Do we have any question again?
No.
How long? I saw a question on the chart. How long does this orientation last? According to the flyer, it's supposed to go on for 12 to 2 p.m. So that's a 2 hours orientation. Feel free, we can hop into a water break here. If you feel tired, let us know. We'll take water break, stretch our legs and then come back right into it. But it's a 2 hours program scheduled for today. So that is a good one. Okay, so without further ado, since we are all silent at the moment, I'm not gonna waste any more time. We're gonna dive into this. We're already way above our starting time. I want to introduce you all, okay, for the person, the brains behind the reason why we're here, the founder and CEO of this wonderful program, Members Technologies Group. Join me and let's welcome Romeo Member here today in our midst. Come on, let's give a hand. Unmute yourself, people. Unmute yourself. I want to hear that clap. Unmute yourself.
This is wonderful.
Okay,
Hello,
Romeo, welcome.
everybody. Thank you very, very, very much. So delighted, so excited to see this plethoric number of people, passionate, beautiful faces. All the ladies are splendid. It looks like 2023 is a wonderful and promising year.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Marlon, Dominic. Beauty and brain, that is what we do here. You see the ladies are very beautiful. They're very smart. Marlon is a senior database administrator and a cloud engineer. You can see she's very young. She's very beautiful. And she got the 6 figures. She got the money. So that is why we are all gathered here today. I'm so excited. And thank you guys for making it up today. I know it's very busy. It's weekend. People are supposed to be everywhere. And we are here today for the D-Day. It's the baby is due today, right? We've been waiting the baby for a while, and it's that day. How is everybody doing? I saw people from Cameroon. It looks like Cameroon is taking over. Eh? People from Cameroon, people from Chicago. Where are my Nigerians, Tanzanians, and every other country? I have Amelia here from the other side of the North Pole. Right? So Happy New Year to everybody. I hope you guys can hear me clean and clear.
Thank you. Happy New Year. All
right. And I'm excited. I had a question in French. That's amazing. We're going to address everything here. And it's just so wonderful to see you people. Everybody does not have the opportunity to be here today. Everybody does not even have the opportunity to know that there is something out like this. And the fact that you heard it and you answered present and you're here shows your interest I don't want to say determination. We're going to see the determination down the line. And it's a beautiful day. We are over 20 minutes in our time. And I guess we're going to start right away without any waste of time. So let me start by saying a wonderful Happy New Year again. Our program today is a little bit, I don't want to say tight. We're going to do more of the talking than literature. So this is kind of what we're going to cover today, our program for today. And excuse me, sometimes the network might run or might, if I kind of break a little bit, forgive me. It's going to be the network. All right.
This meeting is being recorded.
Romeo, people are up. Our village people are up and watching on us. It's good. It's good sign. So if you do something good like this and you don't have a village people coming, then something is wrong somewhere. Those of you crossing your fingers, can you untie your fingers so that the network can be smooth? Do we have enemies in the house? So just, you know, keep your juju for 1 minute, just for 1 hour. We can resume with the juju after, right? So sometime you might lose me, and if it happens to go,
Member,
can take over. Yes, ma'am.
yes, can you get your internet hotwired directly onto your laptop? That will help a lot.
Yes, it's done. A couple of days back, they've been working in my area, and I think that's why it's glitching a little bit.
Okay.
But thank you for stepping in, and that beautiful voice, we're going to put a face on that voice, and you guys are going to be like, wow, who's this? So
Okay,
without wasting any time, we're going to start again. And if my video happens to go again, please jump in why I figure out why it's doing this. So let me share my screen again. Hopefully this time around, we are good. Can everybody see my screen?
Yes, we can.
Yes.
Hello?
Yes, we can.
All right. So this is the program we're going to go over today. I'm going to present my team and the school, the purpose of this school, and we're going to go over everything that is on this program briefly. And towards the end, we're going to open the floor because I know many people have a lot of questions. Many people have a lot of doubts. Many people, like Martha was saying, they don't even know what is IT. Is IT just one big house, or are there branches in the IT or other things? So we're going to discuss all this. My name is Mambel Romeo, and I'm the CEO and founder of this institution. Professionally, I'm a solution architect expert, Microsoft certified trainer. I am also a database administrator, and I've been in this field for a while, a couple of years. I thought it wise because I know how difficult it is and the challenges that people face outside. And there's a saying in the Bible that my people perish for lack of information. And I thought it wise that if I learned something like this, it has changed my life, the life of my family, and the life of many people around me, then it is but a good thing in good faith to share this with you, to see if you can, you know, switch from what you're doing right now. If you're a truck driver, if you're Uber driver, if you work in restaurants, you work in the hospitals, you don't want to wake up early in the morning, beat the traffic, beat the 5 a.m. sleep, which is really good. I love the 5 a.m. sleep. If you don't want to do all those things, then this is an opportunity for you. And the fact that you're here really shows your interest. So without wasting any time, Mambek Technology Group does a lot, not only training, we have other things that you're going to discover within the course of this presentation. I'm going to introduce to you my very beautiful professional and active team members. They are wonderful people. And guess what? We usually say back home, not Josh Mimbo by a container, right? They can appear very young, but their brains are very old, very tough, very saturated. So don't get it wrong. I will start with the first person who is going to be one of your instructors that you're going to be seeing every day. He's very handsome. He's very smart. And he has been one of my trainees back in the days. Today, he is my colleague, and we share this platform together. No other person than Tenyon Check, Roland. Roland, let me put you on the spotlight. They want to know a little bit about you, how you came into this, and what you're doing. Thank you.
All right. Good afternoon, everyone. Can you guys hear me clearly?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Perfect. So my name is Roland Check. I am a senior DBA, and I am actually one of the senior instructors here at Mambe Technology Group. You guys are going to be working hand in hand with me every day. Before I proceed, Madam Adeyini, is she in class? Adeyini?
Adeni, right here.
Ah, okay, perfect. I just wanted to confirm that. So, Prof, let me tell you a little bit about this lady. She doesn't let me sleep. She's very inquisitive. She's always asking questions. And those are the kind of mindset we want here at Mambe Technology Group. I'll tell you guys a little bit about myself. I wasn't born into IT, okay? I came from a background just like you guys. I have a bachelor's degree in law, so I come from a law background, okay? And when I got to the States, I didn't just become an IT engineer. I had to go through some other jobs. How many of you here know Chick-fil-A? If you know Chick-fil-A, I used to work at Chick-fil-A too. Okay, so don't be shy about your profession. It's a gradual process. I am also a United States Army veteran. So I also spent some few years in the Army, right? Before I found Prof, and he told me about the career path known as database administration. So I didn't come from an IT background. Some of you probably think, oh, they're smart, they have all this knowledge because they studied IT in school. No, I come from a law and military background. But when I met Prof, my life changed. Okay, just like you guys sitting here today, I used to be at this particular spot years ago, receiving orientation, guidance, and how to become, you know, a senior database administrator making six-figure jobs, six-figure income. You know, the field of database administration is very vast, and it's actually very easy to understand. Okay, our team here is ready to impact you guys with the necessary knowledge that you need to make that six-figure job, to make that career change. This is 7 January 2023. According to me, looking at you guys here, I consider this as your New Year's resolution, which is termed having a career change. That is how I say it. You guys have decided that you want to have a career change this new year. And that is very, very excellent. That is what we need. Now, we have wealth of knowledge to feed you guys. But I cannot do my job if you guys don't have that willingness to learn. That is the only thing I am asking from you guys, the willingness to learn. I have so much knowledge to share with you. I'm hoping to see you guys on Monday, and we're going to kick off the training. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Check Roland. You can see for yourself, you can see a handsome, young-looking man and very smart. It takes everybody can do this. You just heard from him. Somebody working in Chick-fil-A, how much were you earning? Probably $7 an hour. And now, every Friday before he wakes up in the morning, there is an alert. His bank account is ringing. The money is falling, right? But then before you get there, you need to put in the work. You need to do it. And that's what kind of makes Mambe Technology Group set us aside, because of our diversification, because of the way we do things, right? Thank you very much, Mr. Check. So the next in line here is no other person than my own very able brother, Mr. Phelan. So Phelan here is, I'm not going to talk for him. Phelan, please.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Romeo. Hi, everyone. Can you guys hear me? 5 on 5?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Good. My name is Wilson Waimo, popularly known as Phelan. And I'm more than a word excited. At times, I'm from the English speaking zone of Cameroon, but when I get too excited, I feel as if I should speak French, but I will learn that along the line. I'm so excited seeing this number here today. This is, I mean, the whole world is going to be changed. Our lives are going to be changed. And one thing I want to let you know, if you are here today, that you have been invited by anyone after this call, please, after this call, I mean it, call that person and thank the person, because information is power. That's a whole life change for you. After the call, make sure you connect back with the person and thank him, because the amount of information that you are going to get here today free is going to change your life in a couple months to come. Let me tell you a little bit about myself. I mean, I wasn't born into IT, though I had passion for IT and computers. And at MTG, what I love about MTG is actually, you know, that empowerment that they do, you know, making sure that, so MTG is a place where, you know, they have qualified instructors. They have a course structured, you know, IT is like a big forest, you know, there's so many branches in IT, but here they have structured it in a way that what you need to succeed in the IT field as a database administrator is already lined up for you step by step. And we are here to guide you through that process. And it's going to be a smooth ride, given you give us, you know, your attention, and then we are going to make you succeed. And I mean, a few years back, I wasn't a DBA. And when I got this information, I was invited to by someone. And what I'm telling you to do is what I did. So I, you know, I practice what I preach. So I called the person and thanked the person for the information, because I attended a session some years back, like you are doing right now. To me, it was like, I couldn't believe it, but today's, I see that like a normal, you know, a normal thing. So I attended the session, and then they gave me the information I needed. And after that, I had already enrolled in the course. And the way this course was structured, everything, I went through the course in a couple of months. I was able to land a job. I mean, not just one job, I landed 2 offers at the time. 2 offers at the time, and then I know how to decide. And this is a work from home role, not, I don't have to go to the office. I'm working from the comfort of my home. So no matter where you are in the world, if you engage in this activity, at the end of the day, you will be a great person. And as a matter of fact, you're already a great person right now if you take the action. Because, you know, at times we say this thing, okay, I'm going to take the training, but are you going to put in the work? Because what matters at the end is the work that you put in. So what I usually tell people is, I mean, whatever you believe in, right? Either you believe in trees, either you believe in God. When you engage yourself into this activity and then you put in the work, that is going to reward you. And I'm speaking from experience. Today, I'm working from home. I don't have to go anywhere. I work from the comfort of my home. I have the flexibility moving around the world with my family. I don't have to worry about anything. And the most important thing about that, I mean, I am not sugarcoating, right? What makes more sense? I mean, a couple of years back, Prof said it to me. I was like, until I see it, right? The most amazing part of it is when Friday, right? Because here we pay, depends when your pay period comes. Every 2 weeks, when you see that alert in your account coming in, right? And you check the figure, you are like, wow, this is really great. And what makes it even more amazing is when, you know, your first paycheck meets the second paycheck. Like there's always something in your account. I mean, before, you know, I'm from Africa, Cameroon to be precise. Before, when people call me back home and they, you know, they're laying out their problems, some of those calls at times, you know, I will pick up the call, I might end it halfway, or I might, you know, I will not really be comfortable. But now I don't have to do that. I call them and ask, what do you want? Why? Because I joined this training and I have that power, you know. I mean, the first paycheck has met the second, the third, you know. It comes to a situation where your bank account is like a phone number, you know. I'm not trying to sugarcoat anything here. It's just because of the hard work. When you put in the work into this IT, you are going to get the result. You don't need any background in IT. I never had any background, you know, and there are people who have joined this course without any background in IT. People have joined this course that they work in the hair salon. People have joined these jobs that they don't even, I mean, they're not working anywhere. They have no knowledge about IT. I have people, I mean, MTG have, you know, have grown people and they have had jobs that their first computer, they actually bought it when they joined the institution. That's just to tell you that, I mean, you're in a good place. All the resources are there, great instructors. They're always there for you. When you have issues, you're going through the course, you have questions, you call them, they answer your questions the way you want them to be answered. I mean, it is preferable you get engaged with people who already know what they're talking about. Like you see here, it's full of experts, right? MTG has the experts that are there to take you from step one to wherever you want to. If you want to go to the moon, they will take you there. And I always say this because when you attend this course, I mean, you are going to get back to the community. We'll be out of Zoom. You get engaged in the community. People will be asking you, what was the course about? Are you really sure you are going to make it? You don't even know anything about computers. Can you even turn off a computer? Do you know where this key is in the computer? None of those things should frighten you. You are going to make it. I always say, if you want to, like one of my mentors back in the days used to say, if you want to be a taxi driver, you have to engage with taxi drivers in the community. If you want to be a pilot, you engage with pilots. So if you want to be a database administrator, this is the right place. The experts are here. Get engaged and they're going to give you all the information you need. And in a few months down the line, you realize all of this. If you give us, listening ear, take what we give you, during my training, you ask, Mr. Romeo was my instructor. You ask him, he's going to tell you. If he says, Philan, move left, I move left, move right, I move right. Because I know this somebody that's already working, he already knows how things operate out there. He already knows what I am looking for. So why just give that time and then succeed? And remember, this is a 6+ months program that if you want to go the conventional way, you engage in a college, right? Example, in the US, this is going to take you 5 years.
Philan, let me cut you right there. I can see you're fired up. It looks like you want to take the training over again. And
I'm telling you,
you guys can see the fire. That is your instructor. The guy wants to sit back in the trainees. It looks like that position you really miss it. And this is you just said it.
Philan is trying to teach the entire course right now.
So you want to hold these people for the first class today. This is not the first class, Philan. Let's break it down. And you can see how passionate we are. You see Philan talking, he doesn't even look at the watch, he just keep talking, right? Philan here was one of my best students, one of them, because I have a lot of them. This guy was so passionate, and the issue is, he was just like you, sitting right here. I was talking and he was like, Mr. Romeo, are you sure? I'm like, just give me your time and your commitment. Look at where he is today. He is my colleague. He works from home. He travels around. He's making the money. There's no magic in this. So if everybody could do it, you can do it. I have a special surprise for you guys today. My very own youngest trainee that I'm going to present towards the end. And you guys are going to be like, wow, okay. So let's keep going. Last but not the least, here we have our HR, our human resource, who is here. Most of you are not going to see her too much at the front end because she works at the back end. She takes care of your application. She takes care of everything that you guys do online. No other person than Trey. Trey, if you want to introduce yourself.
Hi, everyone. So I didn't want to put my whole name there. You guys have it on the phone.
You're breaking up a little bit.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can hear you now.
Okay. I go by Trey. My name is Faithful Tepaso. I am HR for Member Technology Group. Feel free to ask me any questions, anything. I'm available to you guys. This is an opportunity that you guys are not going to regret. We're all going to learn together. You are in good hands. The teacher is, look where he's at. So we're all going to learn together. This is a journey that we're all going to do together. We're not just a school or certifications or training. We're here as a family. So just understand that. So we're going to be good together. Welcome, everyone.
Thank you very much, Trey. Trey is in San Antonio, Texas, and she'll be addressing a lot of your problems at the back end. So We have a lot of people in the team, some shadow, I want to call them shadow members that you're going to discover down the line, because the training is subdivided into many modules and many programs. During your interview, you're going to see new faces. During your capstone project, you're going to see a lot of faces that we cannot introduce here today just because of time and everything. But the main people you're going to be seeing every day are these people right here, your instructors and the rest. So once again, welcome. And that notwithstanding, I'm going to jump right away on my screen here, and let's follow up with this. And from time to time, I can stop the presentation and bring in somebody to address one or two concerns we move forward. So now that we already know a little bit about the team members, let's on to the next steps. Here is Mambel Technology Group. We are guided by a vision. We are guided by it looks. Are you guys back again? Those my village people, are you guys back? Yeah, we will just have 1 hour. Be patient, be patient. Everything will be fine, and we will go from there. Let me see this. Share my screen again. Just tell those village people to be patient. We're gonna get there. So Mambel Technology Group functions as a group. You can hear from the name itself, Mambel Technology Group. It's inclusive. It has everybody from every end of the world as far as IT is concerned. If there is something that you can bring on the table that you can teach us or you can learn from us, Mambel Technology Group is very inclusive. Our mission is to identify talents like you guys, identify talents and transform those talents to readily marketable skills back there in the world. There are many, many companies. And just so you know, there are many jobs than talents needed. Why do you think people have 2, 3 jobs? Because there are many positions to fill. And it's possible for someone to have 2 jobs, 3 jobs, because the jobs are more than talent. So we need to transform you, take you from scratch, give you this knowledge that we have today, and put you in there in the market so that you too can be making what we're making today. And everything that we do here is guided by our core values. It's just like every person in life. Whatever you do, you always have some principles that you set to yourself, and you say, I'm going to stand by these principles. These are my principles. And with this is what is going to define me. We start with teamwork. At Mambel Technology Group, there is no person that is isolated. There is no person that knows more than the other person. It's a group, just like the name implies. It's a teamwork, because I alone will not be able to give you the success you need. Yeah, I will give you some, but with the combination of my team members, including you, the trainees, we believe we are guided by this teamwork and we can do great things. Integrity simply means that you always have to do the right thing at every given point in time, be it in your professional life, be it individually. It's just like our kids. When we used to be in secondary schools or primary school, you only open your book when you hear your dad touch the door or somebody is coming. You just open your book and you pretend as if you're reading. Once they go, you close your book, you are on Netflix, you're watching Tom and Jerry and stuff like that, right? But here we are guided by integrity. It means that during the training, after the training, and even when you're working, you have to always do the right thing. Always be on the right side of things. You have commitment. There is no way you can succeed at Mambel Technology Group without being fully committed. Yes, there are challenges that we're going to discuss. There are things that can discourage you sometime down the line, but you have to stay focused and committed. If not, you will never be able to succeed. Then consistency. Being committed means you're giving your time, you're giving everything you need. And being consistent means that you have to be committed for the long run, for a long period of time. So there's no way you can be committed for 1 month, the following month you're not committed, the next month you're committed. That is not being consistent. Being consistent means that you have to stay at that level and do everything. So commitment works hand in hand with consistency. Then at the end of the day, you have to hold yourself accountable for whatever action you're taking. So right now, after this orientation, you have the choice to join us and you have the choice to drop out. That's your choice. We can't force you. But at the end of the day, we, Mambel Technology Group, have done what it takes for you guys to listen, to hear the information. And 6 months down the line, some of you that are sitting here probably would jump out today, and 6 months down the line, you'll be like, oh, maybe if I was there, that would have been me. I would have gotten a job right now. So this is the only opportunity you have right now. Our vision is not just to limit ourselves to this training. We have other things. We have a bigger vision, a bigger picture of Mambet Technology Group. Amazon, Facebook, and other things started small. Today, they are where they are because they had that vision. And there is no way you can be a leader, leading people without a clear vision. Our vision is to be a leading IT platform where every IT professionals can come in and tap from the sources, tap from the resources, and also bring addition to what is already there so that we move together. So what do we offer here at Mambet Technology Group? What are some of the things we offer? Just like I mentioned, we are not limited to training. We offer other services, and more services are yet to come. So the first thing we offer here is this Microsoft SQL Server training, which is a 6-month training. You guys are here today because of this, right? So this is what we offer. We train you to become a database administrator. The next thing we offer here is Microsoft Azure Cloud Computing. Once you guys are already 2-3 months into this program and you start speaking the technical language, the SQL language, you will be more than, anxious to know what is Azure. Azure is just cloud computing. It's just like doing whatever I'm going to teach you guys locally in the cloud. The cloud is not a cloud that we see up there. Cloud is just a data center, a house, well secured with, a lot of servers in there. And this program is going to start somewhere towards the end of your training, and those who are interested can join it, because today, most companies are kind of sitting half and half. Some companies are doing things locally, and part of the job is also done in the cloud. So you want to make sure that you have that knowledge so that you can be marketable, you can be competing in the market, and you can outstand other candidates that are out there in the market. Now, your SQL Server training towards the end, you have the benefit that I will give you people introduction to cloud fundamentals, so that even those who are not ready to take this class, they can at least go out of my training having that mindset, having that knowledge of what the cloud is all about and how it functions out there. Now, we also have consulting services. This is still yet to come, but most of you after the training will have your jobs and then you fly, go your ways. But if down the road, someday you have some difficulties and you feel like, hey, I have a situation here at my job. If you don't want to go back to our community that we're building to, ask the question, you have the possibility to reach out to our consulting services with your problems, and we will discuss that internally and see how we can do that with you. Another thing is, I talked about the cloud. Our consulting services is 99%, if not 100%, based towards cloud migration. And this is something that you guys will learn down the road. Last but not the least, we have Agile Scrum Master classes that are coming up. We are still working on that, my team and I. We will bring that. This is working in an Agile environment, learning other skills that are not necessarily managing databases, but still being in the IT field. And then sometime down the road, we're going to introduce cybersecurity. So Mambet Technology is full of knowledge. Now, the question that everybody is asking, who is a database administrator? What do they do? Am I even qualified to be a database administrator? Is this a sustainable area? Is this something that is going to last for long? Is it not going to go like some jobs, like the oil field is dry right now? People that used to work in the oil field are converting to something else. Okay. Who here does not have a phone? I guess everybody has a phone, right? I want to hear a yes or a no. Do we have phones?
Yes.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes.
How do you manage your phone, right? I want to take that example there to give you an understanding of what a database administrator is or does. You have your phone. In your phone, you have a phone book. You put contacts in there. You put people's number in there. You are the one arranging it. Whenever maybe you have a friend or somebody who was a friend yesterday and today is your enemy, you don't want them to talk to you anymore, what do? you block them, right? You delete their number or you block them. Now, today we have relationships a lot that are not really that Catholic or transparent. Your boyfriend has a phone, your girlfriend has a phone. Before you get into her phone, you have to use her face. After her face, you use her finger thumb. After that, you use her toes, and then you put all those hash matches with complicated passwords. Sometimes you need to sing a song for the phone to unlock. That is still what you do. At that point, you're doing what is called in database administrator security. You are securing the data, because if you're that kind of person who is not faithful in a relationship, you have 2, 3 relationships, and then your boyfriend or your girlfriend gets into your phone, if they know the password, then definitely they will see other messages, other people you're entertaining, right? So this is just to tell you that everybody here has been a database administrator for a long time without even knowing. Now, back to our field, we teach you how to secure data, how to manipulate data, and how to protect that data. And then at the end of the day, how to make that data always available, right? An example is that many times here, let's say you have an issue and then you misplace your phone, you lost your phone. What happens? You go to T-Mobile, you go to AT&T and what have you, or to MTN. When you buy a new SIM card, what happens? As soon as you put your SIM card, you do the configuration, you have all your numbers back, you have all your emails back, you have all your WhatsApp messages and your pictures back. How is that possible? How is that possible? It's possible because most of the time you guys do backup. You have Google account, right? You have iCloud that you do backups. It means that the data is always available. And that is what we teach you here: fault tolerance, high availability. Databases are everywhere. When you go to the ATM to withdraw money, that is a database there, right? You go to the ATM, you put in your PIN, and then you get money. That transaction there is recorded somewhere at the back. It's stored in a database, and database administrators are those working at the back end to make sure that your money is always there. What if you go to the bank to withdraw money or to deposit money into your checking account? You put $1,000 down, you go home, you check your account after 2 days, it doesn't show you any update. Then there is a problem with the database, right? And probably the database administrator there is not doing his job, or something has happened. But we make sure that each time you deposit money into your account, you will always see the money. You will always get your balance back. That is what database administrators do. Most of you work in hospitals. In the morning when you wake up, you go to your shift, you go in, you clock in, and then you open the page, you see the patient's portal. It tells you you're going to work in this hall today. You take care of this patient. These are the medications. Everything is in the database. And sometimes you want to even go into the patient's personal information, and then you get a no. Or it says you cannot go here because you don't have that permission. You don't have that right. That is what I am going to teach you. That is what MTG will teach you, right, to do. Many big companies like Facebook, like all these big companies, they use databases to store data. Every day you upload pictures on WhatsApp, on Instagram, on TikTok, on Facebook. Where do they go? Do you think they sit in your phone? They sit somewhere in a database. And each time you open your Facebook, you always see your data, you always see your information. It's because they are sitting in a database and somebody is managing them. That is why we are training you. At the end of this training, some of you will be working for Facebook. You'll be hired. Some of you will be working for Twitter, YouTube, and what have you, right? So this is what you will do. And we will see all this throughout the career. Now, what is the training roadmap? How are we going to go with this training? What are we going to do? We are taking you here, assuming that nobody knows nothing. Even if you're coming from another IT background, we assume that you know nothing. So we take you from scratch. The first 2 months right here, this is your start point, and this is the road. You have to be resistant. You have to sit up, right? So that at the end of the day, you can be here where there's this green light. When there's a stop light, you stop. When the lights turn green, okay, you stay on your lane. But at the end of the day, you get to the final point. So the first 2 months, we're going to take you guys in the computer basics, assuming that you don't know, and we will take you, tell you what is a computer, how a computer functions, and we're going to start it on Monday. It's not like it's far away, it's a Monday. Walk you guys through computer basics and then introduce you to some terminology, some of the things that database administrator do. What is a database? Those are the things we're going to do for the first 2 months. And then at the end, we're going to evaluate you to see if you actually catch it, if you're actually listening or getting the concept, because it's not a rush. That is why our workload is something that is very important. We make sure that everybody go at the same pace and everybody understands. At the end of the day, it's just your consistency and your commitment that we need. Then 3 to 4 months right here, we're going to be doing advanced SQL Server programming. Do not be afraid of this programming that you see here. You're not going to be writing horrible codes like C#, Python, and what have you, right? It's just going to be basic programming that you need to know. And believe me, you will understand because it's really easy. And our teaching methodology is very straight to the point, right? So during programming, I will use very trivial examples. I can even use your goat in the village and you will still understand the programming language. So don't even worry about that. Then you have a midterm project. Midterm project is because Mambel Technology Group, we don't teach literature. It's hands-on. If you're not ready to work, this is not a place for you. Because the training is 6 months, and at the end of the training, you will be able to compete with somebody who have 5 years of experience for something that you learned for 6 months. It means the content is very rich and you need to take advantage of it. If you go through college or through universities, this training here is probably 2 to 3 years, right, Philan? Something like that. 2 to 3 years, definitely. But we condense this in 6 months and we give it to you. They went through it, Philan went through it, Roland went through it. They did it in 6 months. Here, they are talking when they go for interviews, you can think it's somebody who has 7, 8 years of experience because they know. And that is because we work with corporate projects. Everything that I do at my job, I'm going to be sharing with you, teach you how to do it. Everything that Philan does at his job, we're going to be sharing and we'll teach you how to do it, how to resolve them. So it's real life project. Then towards the end of the training, you have a final project presentation, and then we'll start preparing you guys for interviews. We'll start preparing you guys for preparing your resumes and then put you in the job market. But before we put you out there, we'll make sure that you actually know what you're doing and that you've properly followed the training. That is why during your training period, you might not notice it. We're going to be tracking your progress. We'll track each trainee's progress, how you participate in class, how you do your project, how you ask questions, how you are on video, how you talk in class. All those things are going to be tracked because you need them during an interview. We will train you here. Some of you will go for your first interview and you'll see 10 white people in front of you. They'll be like, you need this money, come and get it. But guess what? If my little girl here could do it, you can do it, right? There's nothing. And I will train you guys on that. Nothing should intimidate any of the trainees from MTG. Mambel Technology Group, everybody here is up to the task, right? So that is how we're going to do it, and that is how we're going to work with you guys. And during the training, we will create group works. It means you will not be alone. I know there are going to be challenges. There are going to be days that you might not attend the class because maybe your shift, somebody that was supposed to, you know, take over or replace you didn't show up, and they say, hey, you know what? 8 more hours on your shift. It's going to happen. But we have a well-organized structure because our videos are recorded and you will have access to those recorded sessions lifetime. We have revision classes. If you miss a class, you can always come for a revision and you'll still get every information. Then we have now the big forum, which is the Mambel Technology Group community of practice, that you can always come in and ask your questions. Then during your training, we're going to separate you in groups of 3 or 4 or 5. You will be working in groups and there will be competition. We're going to grade you guys who are which group is the best group that understand the concept and that can implement it. That is going to make you guys competitive and ready for the job market. It means that even if you have a problem, you submit the problem to your group members, you try to talk about the problem. If it's more than your group, you reach out to another group. And if it's more than every other person, you reach out to the instructors who are going to solve it for you. So that is how we're going to do it. All right. And what are some of the advantages of training with Mambel Technology Group. I think Phelan started and named a lot of them. I have talked about it. One thing is with its instructor hands-on training. We work with corporate projects. For example, let's say Bank of America wants to open a new branch in my local environment. They'll be like, okay, we need a network engineer, we need a database administrator, we need a system administrator. And then what are they going to be doing? The database administrator will be preparing the tables, preparing the databases where your information will be stored. So we teach you how to start from scratch, create databases, create tables, normalize them. Those are real world projects in such a way that when you go out there, you're not surprised. When you get your first job, you'll be like, so am I going to succeed in this job? How do I keep the job? Do I even know what I'm doing? Yes. Who will train you on all the tools that are used out there during jobs, right? You have unlimited access to the class videos. You have class group work formation, just like I mentioned. And then your resumes. Some schools, when you go through the training, at the end of the day, you're on your own. On the last day of training, God for us all, everybody struggles to get the job, everybody, but here, we will still keep you at the end of the training because we will work on your resumes, prepare the resume, eye-catching resume. A resume is not just go on the paper and say, I'm a DBA and I have this experience. No, you have to use some technical terminologies to convince whosoever is reading the resume that, hey, I think this guy has a little bit more than the other person so that they can take you for that job. We prepare you for interview. From day one, from Monday, I will start asking you questions. And those questions are going to be interview questions. Do not take any questions during the training for granted. Those questions, you will see them in interviews. And even if I don't mention that here, here is an interview question, always write them down, right? You have mentorship assistance program. I talked about the mentorship program that we all have here. And I talked about it. So at the end of the training, you will have mentors, people you can easily reach out to, like, hey, I have this problem. How do I go about it? They will help you on that. And then here is a community. After the training, we urge everybody to stay within the community, bring more people, let's share the knowledge and everything. And if you have questions, please drop your questions in the chat. And yes, they're going to be a lot of interview boot camps. I think I will take the questions towards the end, right? So are you going to be certified at the end of the training? That is a question most people are asking. Are we going to have certifications? If yes, what type of certification? Yes, you have certification, not from Mamba Technology Group, but we will train you to be certified on the software that we are using, on the position that you're training for, right? Microsoft SQL Server is a software from Microsoft, and they are the one offering the legal certifications. Now, we can issue you guys a certificate of completion, but that is not something that is going to be used in the job market, right? We will train you guys to take all the certifications. And do you need this to get a job? No. Phelan, when you got your job, did you have a certification? Nothing. Roland, the same thing. Marlon, the same. You don't need a certification. But we see people go into an interview, they have one bag of certification, but when they are asked one question, they are unable to answer. So right now, companies are not hiring your certifications. They are hiring your knowledge. What do you have to offer? What do you know? When they give you a scenario, can you actually address that scenario? Can you bring a possible solution? And if yes, what type of solution can you bring? That is what they need. And when you can say that during interviews, knowing what you're talking about, then definitely you are good to go. Now, it's not like certifications are bad. You can see right behind me, these are some of my certifications, right? It's good to have them because having them on your resume kind of put you a little bit aside, but if you can go there and defend yourself, then they will not even going to look for your certifications. So you don't need certification to succeed, but you need certification to add to your portfolio. That is an added advantage. The most interesting part, the money. People are asking questions. Hey, how much does a DBA earn? How do I get this money? And here, I don't want my people in Cameroon to convert, because if you do conversion, you're going to have headache. This is too many millions. But yes, it's a reality, and this is what we earn here, right? After the training, these are some possible career paths. Once you take the training with us, which is the base and the foundation, you can become anything that you see here, right? Sometimes you go out there, a company hires for a data engineer position. You'll be like, no, I'm not a data engineer. I was trained as a database administrator. No, the job description is there. Some companies may call you database administrator. Another company may call you data engineer. Another company may call you system administrator. These are different names, even though they have functions that are specific to these names here. But at the end of the day, if they call you, is because they took a look at your resume. They saw that you have what it needs to that position. And most of the time too, when you apply for a job, look at the job description. If already you know that this job description, 50% of it, I can handle it, go for it. They will train you. When I started as a DBA, I didn't know everything. There are things that I didn't know. They will train you. Some companies train for up to 3 months, some for 6 months. They will train you, right? So do not look for a job description and be like, oh, I can't do this one, okay? So you can become a database developer, a database programmer. This is more for those that are writing those codes. You can become a data architect. You can become a solution architect, just like me, and what have you. These are some of the possible careers. Now, talking about the salary, this is the salary range here, right? When you see $75,000 here, this is really basic entry level. And for what I know, 90% of my trainees earn at least $95,000 upward. It's difficult to find a trainee who earns less than this. Yeah. Yes, you can find them, but it's really difficult. As a database administrator with 5 years experience that you get out of here, you should be somewhere around 120, 95, 135. Now here is a little bit, high, but it's possible. It's possible. And towards the end of this, I'm going to show you an offer letter that one of my trainees just got a couple of months ago. You will see it, right? So this is the salary range here. 75,000 should be really a basic and entry level. But after my training, nobody is going to make less than 75,000. At least you start here. 95,000. So this is the salary range for most of the database administration positions. Okay, how do you go through this? I think we've talked about this a lot in the group chat, but yes, we have a payment option. We have one-time payment because of full tuition is $3,000. But if you're going in, I think it's going to be ending today. You want to do a one-time payment, you have up to $500 discount. So you can pay $2,500 upfront, and then you are done. Just sit in class for 6 months and be getting the training. Now, if you go with a down payment, which is $1,000, then at the end of the day, you have to pay the $3,000. But you have to be paying $500 every month. Okay, we have multiple payment options. We have Zelle, PayPal, Cash App, or direct deposit. And thanks again for most of you who have done their payment. Some people even made their payment right now as we are talking in class. That is really good. And guess what? Wherever you put your money, your mind is always there. You need something to motivate you. You need something to push you. If you don't pay, you'll be like, okay, somehow. But once you've already given your money, and you know that money that if I don't go there, I might lose it, you will pay interest. That is going to be something, a motivation factor among other factors that can really take you through. What is our schedule? At the end of the day, we send out this schedule in the group chat, but from the feedback we had from many trainees, we're going to go with the first option, right? For this first batch, we're going to go with the first option, 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. Central Standard Time, Mondays and Wednesday. And then our revision class is going to be on Thursdays, 7 to 9, which is a 2 hours. So every week we have 6 hours of intensive class and training. Sometimes we might even go a little bit beyond that, but we'll do everything to just stop at 3 hours so that everybody is good. We don't want to push you guys through the weekend because we know weekend is for families, friends, and other stuff, personal business. That is why we try to limit everything. And then on Tuesdays, we have our community of practice. You guys, I will add you guys to the forum down the line. But for right now, you don't yet have the caliber to be in that forum, right? You need to get some concept, get some understanding, start talking the SQL language before we can add you. And in that community of practice, it's just people like us. Philan might be like, hey, I had something on my job today that really worried me and I was able to solve it. I want to share it with you because we are working on the same applications. Some, you may face the same problem in your environment. So we meet there, we share difficulties, we share experiences, and we talk of other things that is not even necessarily directly related to the training. So that is it. And now I promised that I was going to show you guys an offer letter of one of my trainees. Let me share my screen again. Can you see the screen? All right, look at this. This is August 22. This is an offer letter of one of the trainees. How much you see here? $130,000. This was just yesterday. And what is the bonus? $20,000. So this is basically $150,000 job that somebody just got. You come from Cameroon or you'll be here in the US, you hear about a program, you pay $3,000, and then you earn $150,000. Can somebody do the math and tell me how much you'll be earning in 2 weeks in this? Anybody, can you do the math there? 1 year has 52 weeks. So 150,000 divided by 52. How much is it? Adeni, it looks like your eye is hotter with the money. You on the calculator, right? How much is it?
That's 2,800.
How much?
2,800.
For 1 week.
That's around 1 million plus in Cameroon. CFA.
Right? That is just 1 week. So let's say you're paid bi-weekly. So you're making almost 6,000 in 2 weeks, 12,000 or 13,000 or 14,000 in a month. Tell me, what kind of house will you want to be with this? You send your brother to school, be a house with your parents back in Cameroon or Nigeria, and our houses are not really costly. With 5 million, you put something there, you'll be like, you guys should just manage that one. And they'll be like, manage. Really? Right? So this is the kind of things you're going to be seeing after you go through the training, right? So I guess we've talked a lot. I'm going to stop here and we will take your questions towards the end, but I want to bring in somebody who has been so impactful in my life and in the life of MTG. She is a wonderful woman. She is a woman with brain. I usually call her my mom, but she's very young. Don't get me wrong. She knows SQL Server in and out. She is beautiful. She is smart. She was my instructor back in the days, and I happened to become her colleague. And today we talk one-on-one, we can argue with a bank account and everything. No other person than Madam Foster. Hello, ma.
Hello, 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 Romeo. Mr. Mambo, that's how I usually call you. Hi, everyone. Good afternoon, good evening for those in Cameroon or those in Europe. I'm so delighted to be here. Welcome to MTG. Guys, this is amazing. Just to hear Mambo talking. His name is Romeo, but I never call him Romeo. For some reason, I call him Mr. Mambo, if you know that. That's just a respect I give you. So guys, welcome to MTG, Mambo Technology Group. This is amazing. So happy to be here and so happy to talk to all of you sitting here right now. So you guys have heard it all from the CEO, Mr. Mambo himself, and from Philan, from Roland. These were all my students. I'm so happy with the transformation of lives that IT is doing out there. And guys, I just want to tell you one thing. The difference between you guys and us is just time. It's just because you guys heard about IT maybe a few months ago and you guys have decided to take that bold step to get into it. They are not talking about 6 figures. As I said, the difference between yourself and us sitting here, right here, is just that you heard about IT a few months ago. Very soon, in a few months, or maybe in next year, or let me say in a few months, because it just takes six months, right? So with all your commitment, we all be speaking the same language. So I'm so happy. Mambel was one of my students. Philan was my student. Roland was my student as well. Marlon was my student. I think almost all of them. And I will tell you, they are wonderful. These guys have the brains. They will come to class ready to challenge you. That just tells you that they are ready to learn. They are willing to learn. They are out for something, which is the spirit I want you all to emulate. So I want to tell you something. So the motivation only gets you started. Focus and discipline is what will keep you all going. You all got motivated because of one thing or the other. And guess what? I know it's the money, because that is what got me into IT. It's money. So let me introduce myself a little bit. My name is Foster Chanji. I'm a database administrator, cloud solution architect, and I'm also a Microsoft certified trainer. As I've said, I've trained all of them. So I also started someday, somehow, just like you guys are sitting here today. I didn't come to the state as an IT personnel or never trained as an IT personnel. Actually, I have a degree in economics back in Cameroon, moved over to the US, started with the basic menial jobs as a nurse assistant, and I kept moving, handle other positions in the nursing field. And my dream was to grow in the nursing field, because we all knew that was where the money is. But that wasn't the case when I heard about IT. When I heard about IT, I said, hey, there's this training whereby you go through for 6 months, are you going to be making 6 figures? I'm like, for real? They say, yeah, you're going to be making 6 figures. I'm like, is there anyone that can testify that he or she has made this 6 figure? And yes, they showed me someone. They showed me one young lady that came over from Cameroon, has been here for just 5 months. So initially this program used to go on for just 3 or 4 months, and that's it. It's a crash program, but you have to be focused. They told me this lady went through this program. She just got into the state, and the aunt introduced her into this, and she got into it straight up. And when she finished 2 weeks after her first interview, she got a job, and she's making $3,000 in 2 weeks. I'm like, for real? They said, yes. I said, okay, now yeah, I die. And that is how I got motivated by the pay. So if you got motivated by this money, which is the 6 figure, all what it needs to take you to the 6 figure is just that motivation and focus. So going through this program, guys, it's not going to be easy. Don't just think it's going to be easy, but what I want you guys to focus on is that 6 figure. Know that I'm aiming for 6 figure. So in any journey in life, there are challenges, but be ready that this will just, let me say, it's just going to be a wind that is blowing by. My focus is to get to the finish line, to get that 6 figure. We all went through this with a lot of challenges. Remember, most of us are here in the States. There is no way you can just do this full time. We all have bills. Most of us have parents who have kids to take care of. So you still have to work and take care of your bills, take care of your siblings, or maybe your parents that are back home that are calling you and bothering you for money. You still have to do all that. But when you are determined and you're focused, you can still do this. So what I want to tell you is that we didn't just go through it that easily.
Are you okay? I'm sure you want to sleep.
Henny, can you mute yourself, please?
I muted him.
Okay, thank you. So don't just think it's going to be easy, but you will know how to manage your time. One thing I'm going to tell you is the time management that will help you to focus. We all did this. I used to work 12 hours. I used to work from 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. 4 days a week. But I was able to go through this program. I had kids. I had 3 kids. When I started this program, my last was a year and a half. And I will come back from work at 7 in the morning. I lay down for 3 hours. I have to go pick up the first one because she was going to
Madam
pre-K.
Foster, not to cut you, I've been having that question a lot.
Yes.
Especially the ladies. I'm a mother of 2, I'm a mother of 3. I just manage, I have kids. I said I was going to bring you in to properly address that because you are a woman. When you are in training, you manage your husband, who is not easy. You manage your kids, you manage your time. So how is it possible for you to, with all this stress, you have to cook, you have to be in class, you have to go to work, and to be able, overcome it. And today you're sitting here. What are some of the things that you did that helped you?
Guys, I will say it's time management, like I said. It's time management. And then you have to be very disciplined. For you to succeed, you must be very disciplined, especially with your time. I didn't just have all what you named, Mr. Mambo. I had a lot more. I had a lot more that I was doing. And I'm still doing it. I'm still doing it. So I had 3 kids. I had a husband that was going to school. The barrier between you guys and 6-figure is just hard work. Hard work. There are no 2 things. It's just hard work. You guys have already gotten the motivation. You are here now. You are determined to do this. All it takes you to succeed is hard work. You have to put in your all. Becoming a database administrator, it's not easy. Remember, it's 6-figure. It wouldn't just come that easily. Guys, you can do it. I, for one, am into the 6-figure market, but I'm still learning. Remember, an IT field, it's an ever-evolving field. There's a lot for you to know. And the more you know, the more money you make. Yes, I'm making 6-figure and even more, but still don't lay down and sleep. That is not enough. I'm still striving. I'm still a student as I speak to you right now, striving to gain more knowledge into IT. So just have that motivational spirit that, yes, the money is there. I want to get this money and I'm willing to make this money by determination, hard work, focus. Focus. Guys, there is one thing about this training. You have all the best instructors. I will tell you guys the best. I taught Mambo. We became colleagues. At some point in time in the morning or when during work, I have challenges. I'll reach out to him and guess what? He will help me. He will see me through. That is because he is hardworking. And he was very, very consistent in this training, which is one thing that you will have seen is one of your core values. You have to be consistent in order to succeed here. If you don't have that consistency, there's no way you will succeed. After every class, there is a recorded video. Make sure you go to your recorded videos. This is how I went through the training, guys. As I told you guys, I used to work nights. I used to have earpieces. My earpiece. When I go to work, if I don't have much doing, I have my phone in my pocket, I have my earpiece. What am I listening to? I'm not listening to music, I'm not listening to anything. I'm listening to the class recorded videos. Sometimes when I'm in my kitchen, I'm cooking, I'm doing something, I have my class video that I'm listening to. So if you're that student that just comes, sits in class and then goes back, you have the recorded videos, which is an added advantage in this training for you. You have those recorded videos to always go back, refreshing yourself, grab what you were not able to grab in class, take time and make your notes. And then you also have YouTube videos. There are a lot of YouTubers out there that have good information or good knowledge about database administrator that you can listen to. We all listen to all these people. So guys, you guys are in the best place. You are in the best hands. But as I said, the only barrier between you guys and six figure right now is determination. It's hard, no, it's hard work. So if there are three things that you guys should do to get this to the six figure, is what? It's hard work, and hard work. And before you know it, we're all going to be speaking the same language. So thank you guys and welcome to Mamba Technology Group. You are in the best hand, best hand. So thank you so much. And Mr. Mamba.
Thank you.
Yes, guys, can we unmute ourselves and give her, this is what an encouragement, man. You don't get this advice every day. You don't get it on YouTube. You know, it was so detailed. It was so straight to the point. And Madam Foster, we can't thank you any better. And guys, you will always see her faces once in a while. Whenever she has the time, I'll reach out so that she's, you know, just you guys some of her knowledge in our webinars. So thank you, Madam Foster. And if we have any question, we'll always reach back to you. So guys, the floor is open and it's time for your questions and everything. I just sent a link in the group. Go in there, check that link and see how much database administrators are making. Just go and look the money. You can't take the money away, just, you know, glance on the money. And this is discussion time. If you have any questions, any worries, please reach out. I want to first of all address, is Martha here? Martha that was here in the beginning, the French lady. All right. I see somebody in the group. I see somebody in the group here who is very dear to me, who is very dear to us. She is a colleague, once a student, but now a senior DBA overseas somewhere. Maybe she might give you guys a word of encouragement. Alexia, can you hear us? Alexia?
Hi, Mr. Romeo.
Hi, Alexia. Everyone. Very happy. It's such a great surprise. Alexia here is in Portugal. Is it Portugal?
In Poland.
Poland. She's in Poland. Sorry for that. Right she used to be one of my very great students. She is amazing. So, Alexia, a word of encouragement to encourage the ladies. Just to let you know that it's possible to get a job wherever you find yourself.
Okay, Mr. Romeo. I'm so sorry. First, let me apologize. I can't really on my video right now because where I am, it's not really all that comfortable.
That's fine.
So, guys, just to say a little bit, it's possible to do the program in 6 months, as Mr. Romeo said. They have already said a lot. I'm overwhelmed. Mr. Romeo is one of my greatest motivations in the IT field, as well as Ma'am Foster. Yeah, so it's possible. So even if you're in Cameroon or wherever, you just have to be determined, listen to your recordings, the videos you have, make sure you attend your class. Also, make sure you have your videos on when you attend classes, because when you have your videos on as well, the instructor is able to see if you have any doubts or whatever. And I know, I trust at Mambel's Technology Group, you are in the best hands. And if you just stay motivated and put in the hard work, as Madam Foster said, you will be out there in the next 6 months with your 6 figures. That's guaranteed. Thank you, Mr. Romeo.
Very good, Alexia. How is the money? How is the taste of the money, Alexia, in Poland?
It's unexplainable because the sweetness is not something you want to see. And on the job, I'll not say it's pretty easy per se, but it's a beautiful field, because if you work remote like I do, I work from home, I'm cooking and I'm at work. So it's very flexible. You can do whatever you want. However, it's so beautiful. Talk less of the money you get at the end of the month. That's the sweetest part.
That's a motivating one. That's why we are all gathered here today. Thank you very much. And many good things about Alexia. She used to be very determined. You see somebody in Poland, right? I don't even know if she speaks Polish, but she was able to take the class and land a job back there. And I see questions like, how does somebody in Cameroon get a job? It's possible. There are companies that sponsor people overseas. You can be in Cameroon and get a job here in the US. You can be in Cameroon and get a job in neighboring countries like Rwanda, which are really into tech right now, South Africa, and what have you. And you can still be in Cameroon and be a freelancer. Those that are going to join my training, I will tell you more about it during our next class, because there are options online that you can go on Upwork. There are people that put in their questions there because probably they have 2-3 jobs. They just put in their question like, hey, I have this thing that, who can handle this for me? And if you're a DBA that took training in Cameroon, and that is something that you can do, you can go in there and say, hey, I can do this for you. And they'll give you the contract, right? You do it within one day, you have 100,000 and stuff like that. So it's possible to get jobs everywhere. And one of the beautiful things in this field, probably I didn't mention that, guys, we talked about, you saw somebody who had an offer for 130,000 plus 20,000 bonus. But with remote work, it's possible to have 2, 3, 4 jobs. I don't want to call names here because I know most of my DBAs here have at least 2 jobs. Each person here has at least 2 jobs, right? So if you're making 100,000 times 2, how much is that? In Cameroon money, that's 100 million that you're making a year, right? If you just have 1 job and you have the power to go with 3, 4 jobs, you can do it, but just make sure that you're productive, right? Because at the end of the day, you don't just want to have the money. Remember integrity. You have to do the right thing. So if you can be productive with 2 jobs, but 3 jobs already, it's too much and it's overwhelming. And that is the beauty. You can work from, I am home, this is my office. I've never left this office to go anywhere that I'm going to work, if not going to Walmart or to HEB to buy my stuff. So it's really flexible. And when you get into this field, you will see that life will change. Your idea and your perspective of life will change, right? So do we have any questions?
Hey, Mr. Romeo. Mr. Romeo.
Yes, Eric.
Yeah, excuse me, guys. Just to add what Mr. Romeo was saying,
okay, before you continue, Eric, yes. This is another guy here, very tough one of my students. I think he's in Cameroon right now. This Eric, if you can, briefly tell us about you before, going ahead to say what you wanted to say.
Yeah, I was just about to add to what Mr. Romeo was asking related to the question somebody was asking, how do people in Cameroon get jobs? Right now, I'm in Cameroon for vacation. I'm right now in Douala. And 2 of my colleagues that we went for the same training with the same instructors, Mr. Romeo was my instructor, Madam Foster, all of them taught me, and guys are in good hands. So when I got to Douala, there are Cameroonians in Douala, 2 of my colleagues that we trained together. One works in South Africa, he's working remotely. Microsoft just opened a data center, it's been functioning in South Africa. He got a job, he's in Douala. Then there's this other guy also, he's in Douala, he works from Rwanda. You'll be surprised how Rwanda is becoming really into this IT stuff, So guys, those in Cameroon, don't think that jobs are not that you can in Cameroon and you will still work remotely. So it's something really good. I was in his office yesterday, I visited him in his office, I saw what he was doing. I mean, it's just the same thing we're doing. We're just laughing, And when he converted that to CFA, it was like, he's even more than a minister in Cameroon, So guys, in Cameroon, don't give up. You guys, your lives will change. Just as Mr. Romeo mentioned, I have a very diverse background. I've come a long way. When I moved to US, I did everything that you can think of. I had nobody to give me directions. I'm a geologist by training. I hold a master's in geology. Well, I could be working with an oil company, but when oil prices went south, of course, we the minorities were the first to go. So that was like, turn around, where do I go? What do I do? I met a couple of friends, talked to a couple of many others. And when I stumbled with Professor Romeo, he was kind of like, hey man, come, I'm going to give you the training you need to do the 6 figures. And in less than 6 months, I asked, are you sure? He said yes. And guess what? Ever since then, I went through the training. And as we speak, I've been in DBA, it's close to 2 years now. I had 2 jobs, I had to drop one, I make the choice. And guys, one of the things I'll also tell you guys is, you guys should not be panic or think that you're really paid much because the job is so tedious. There are days that I have nothing to do. I just sit and relax, but it's just the sensitive data you are handling. It's not like you're busy until you're sweating. No, it's an easy program to go through. You're in the right hands. And I bet you guys, you will be thanking MTG at the end. That is just all I have to say. We'll be saying sometimes regularly when I get back to the States. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Eric. Eric is one of those guys that was very, very consistent. You just heard him. He dropped one job. Somebody has too much money up to the point he has to let money go. He dropped one job. So I don't think I will let money go. I like money, right? It's cool. If I can have $500,000 a year, that's still good money, right? So it's really possible. Tap from this inspiration, and you have the team here ready to give you what you need, and it's just up to you. Now, I know some people have language difficulties, like Martha started at the beginning. She was like, I'm a Francophone. And I feel like that is already a self-blocking barrier she has put in front of her. Because when you start feeling like, okay, my English is not good, guess what? It's going to be one of the things that is going to keep you down. I will tell you this. They don't hire language here. They hire the technical skills. How many Indians, who has ever talked to an Indian here? When they talk to you, do you even understand what they say? No. But they are everywhere in every
Indian
company.
Mr. Romeo.
Exactly, right? The Indian guys don't even know half of the English you know, but they are there because SQL is a language, just like Python, just like it has its own language, and you don't need to be an Anglophone or Francophone to be able to do that. The good thing you have, like if you're a Francophone in the house, we have people who were here that took the training. They didn't know A in English. They took it, they went over the challenge, and now they are working. Francophones, they did it. So you can do it. I don't know if Eric is in the house no more. He's one of the French guys.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That took the training. Exactly. Let me put him on spotlight. He's going to talk to you, and he's going to give you his own experience. Welcome, Nomo.
Welcome, everybody. How you doing?
We're so amazed, man. Fantastic.
My name is Eric Nomo, and I'm 100% Francophone, born and raised in Yaoundé. Started learning English. I came in United States 5 years ago, and I started learning English in 2019, only 2019, because before I was working in the restaurant. I was undocumented. I didn't have no paperwork. I was dishwasher in the restaurant. And you know, when you're dishwashing the restaurant, nobody care about you. You're in the back of the restaurant. There's no way I could learn English. No way. So United States gave me a chance to have a working permit, because this is in my mind. I had a lot of blockage. I have a blockage of language, a blockage of paperwork, and I have a blockage of my background in IT. I didn't know nothing in IT first, even to buy a computer. Romeo helped me to buy a computer. I bought a computer because the computer was looking nice. And he told me this computer look nice, but it doesn't meet the requirement of these classes. So you have to buy another computer. So it was a waste of money. So I started learning English in 2019 in the street. I never went to school, like talking to people, working in the prison, and from the prison, because in the prison we only have American people, so you don't have no choice. You have to talk to them. This is how I learned English. And don't be fooled with my level of English right now, because sometimes I'm surprised by myself when I handle a meeting at work. I'm surprised. I'm surprised. So
this is funny.
And to be honest, Philan and Roland was my classmate, but I was so shy. I never talked to school because my level in English at this time was so poor. Like, the only word I know was basically "what's up," because basically "what's up." Yeah. But I have to put myself in hard work, very, very hard work, and I think it's an advantage for everybody, every Francophone here, because most of the time, to understand the concept, you have to translate it in French. And when you translate it in French, you have a good understanding. Like you master it easily. So today, I'm a database administrator. I'm so grateful, and I thank Romeo. Yeah, I thank Romeo. Yeah. Thank you so much.
So Eric, I just want to ask you this. Eric was one of those of my students. Honestly, what he's saying, he's not exaggerating. I'll even say that maybe he's not saying everything. All Eric knew in English was what's up, and he would just tell you what's up anytime. In the morning, he would be like, what's up? Anytime he's like, I'm like, is that everything you know? Then before the class started, I asked him to buy a computer. He told me he has never touched a laptop before. He went and buy a laptop from one guy. I don't even know what. It was like an iPad, those old days iPad. He didn't meet no requirement. And he called me like, guy, I'm ready, man. I bought the best computer. I told him, send me the requirement. He sent it to me. I was like, oh my God, what am I going to do with this guy? So, but long story short, he was in class, very committed. And what really made him to succeed is he had to, sometimes they'll do things in English. He loves Google. He will copy the English thing and paste it in Google, and then he will get it in French. And he'll be like, okay, then he will master it in English. So it wasn't easy for him. And fortunately for him, I'm also a Francophone. So many people here see me, they think like, I'm from a French background, I speak French. So if you're in my class, ne vous inquiétez pas, vous n'avez pas de problème, vous êtes avec moi. D'accord? Ça va aller. Donc, si vous avez un souci, même si c'est en français, on va refaire ça. Everything is possible. So, in Spanish, don't worry. If you don't know nothing, you just know Spanish, Trey, he's here, our HR, she's going to take you in Spanish. No matter the route you need to succeed, we'll make you succeed, whether you like it or not. You will succeed here. You don't have a choice. So we have everything. We have all the weapons, and we have everything to make you succeed. And last but not the least,
sorry, yes, can I say something?
Please.
Let me ask you guys a question. Who is really motivated by Eric's story? This is so
be honest, guys.
I am.
Who is motivated by this story?
I am.
So guys, I want you guys, let's say this is the first day of your class. I don't see people on video. This is one discipline that you guys have to inculcate in this class for you to succeed. You have to be on video when you attend class. That gets you readily, cautious. When you are on video, you are cautious, right? But when you're behind the camera, you can be on your phone, you can be doing this, you can be doing that, you get distracted. The reason why I'm coming up is because of Eric's story, guys. That's just to tell you that success is just a mindset. It is just a mindset. Whatever you want to do, or what you are capable of doing, everything. You are capable of doing whatever you put your mind on, you are capable of doing it. You see our brains is elastic. There's a feature in Azure, which they call elasticity. Our brain is elastic. As much as you want to pull your brain to assimilate, you will get it. You can get it. So success is just a mindset. So have it in mind that this is what I want to do. Like Eric had it in mind. He didn't put his language, his French, like this is a barrier, I'm not able to speak anything, but he had it in his mind that SQL, this 6-figure, I want to get it, and he got it. So guys, you have to put it in your mind, and you also have to be very disciplined. I already talked about that. If you know coming to class, attending class, you have to be on video. Respect that. Respect it. And guys, it will just be okay. And they say sometimes that patience is a virtue.
Yep.
Patience is a virtue. You have to be very patient in class. If you are not patient, then you will not get there. You have to be patient with yourself. You have to be patient with your instructors. Nobody knows it all, but you have to be patient. You have to be patient with each other. You guys will be divided into groups that you will work with. You have to be patient with each other. Patience is a virtue. You all should practice that. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Mike. Thank you. That's wonderful. And
okay.
I'm still gonna add on that. Thank you very much, Madam Foster. You're always there. You always have her back. She's so amazing. Some of you will see Madam Foster today and feel like, oh, she's so nice today. She's always nice. There's never a day I've had Madam Foster seen her otherwise, right? The only time she's a little bit nervous is when I challenge her in class, because I used to be that student. I read, I prepare myself. So even you guys here, whenever you're coming to my class, be ready, because I am ready for you. So anytime, and that is the kind of spirit we want here. And Madam Foster will do everything to, you know, satisfy us. So thank you very much. And I see some people asking for syllabus. Yes, the syllabus is here. Let me share my screen real quick. It's a lengthy one, and we're gonna go over everything here in this syllabus. You guys see my screen?
Yes.
Hello?
Yes, sir, we can see your screen.
Double check.
All right, yes. So this is our syllabus right here.